Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to see you once again. Dr. John Yaakov Guderson here, your singing psychiatrist. And this is the ninth installment of The Singing Psychiatrist. It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Kept trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. Feeling sorry for myself. Is that what we do? Is that what a lot of us do? We spend time feeling sorry for ourselves. In this week's chapter of the Bible, we read about Joseph. If anybody should have felt sorry for himself, it was Joseph. First, his brothers, as we know, they wanted to kill him because they were jealous, they were envious. They threw him into a pit. And ultimately, they sold him into slavery, and he went to Egypt. There in Egypt, he wound up working for Pharaoh's butcher, working there. And what happened? He rose. He kept himself optimistic. He didn't fall into the victim role, and he rose himself up. In fact, they say that he kept saying God's name on his lips. He kept thanking God, even though he was in this terrible situation. There, he was falsely accused of intimacy with the wife of the butcher, and lo and behold, he wound up being thrown into jail. Once again, he did not lose hope. He did not have despair. He did not say, "Woe is me, I'm a victim, look at me." Instead, he rose again to be one of the lead guys in the jail, so to speak. And there in the jail, he was able to actually extend himself to other prisoners in the jail and ask how they were doing as well. Joseph did not become a victim. In psychiatry, I see this all the time. People all the time wind up talking about, this person did this to me, and this person did that to me, and look at all these terrible things that are happening to me all the time. They get into a victim mentality. So what I say to them, I say, first of all, there's no medication that can cure this. You don't need to take, Prozac won't work for this. But what you need to do is to recognize, first of all, that we cannot control anything that goes on outside of us. We can only control how we react to what's going on. The saying goes that life is 10% of whatever happens and 90% of what you do with it. In fact, what we learn is that people who fall into the victim mentality, the more they think of themselves as victims, the more they talk about that, only perpetuates and continues that state of mind. So we have to get out of that thought. We cannot be victims. And I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry. But now I hold my head up high. Oh, no, no, I will survive. As long as there's a God above, I know that I will stay alive. He gave all my life to live. He gave all my love to give. I'll survive. I will survive. I will survive. And that's the point. Survive. Don't become a victim. And that, my friends, is the ninth installment of The Singing Psychiatrist.